What's up, people? What's up? Hey, welcome to Air Marshal Mondays on another Monday night. Tonight is Memorial Day, so I'd like to first just say, you know, that as a veteran, as someone that has filled the shoes of those who have fallen before me, that this day in particular, it does, mean quite a bit for myself, my family. Um, so, um, yeah, it's a day for us to remember, the our fallen soldiers, sailors, and airmen that have fallen in the line of duty. And I'm just gonna take a quick moment to remember those guys. Um, yeah. So I don't want to take up the whole show with that, but it is sad, to kind of think about the true numbers of our military who have fallen in order to provide the freedoms that so often we take for granted. Our ability to sit here and talk about RC. It's great. I love it, and I hope everybody appreciates it. Anyway, I also want to take a moment to give a huge shout out to Dave's RC. A couple of big changes have happened over the last since we last met last Monday. On Friday, Dave's RC hit a huge, stupid dogs. Shut up, dogs! Dave's RC hit a huge milestone by going over the 1,000 subscriber mark. And then on Saturday, we did the same thing here. And that's awesome. So thank you guys. Thanks to everybody who subscribed to the channel. Thanks to everybody, all the new subscribers. It's a huge milestone for us, for any YouTube channel to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. It means the world to to myself and to Amy. She helps out with the channel, probably more than you guys realize. And it's a big accomplishment for us, and for us to be able to to hit that milestone in such a short period of time is just awesome. So thank you guys, everybody who tunes into the live shows week after week. Just kind of in a bit of nostalgia, I have gone back and looked at some of the first videos that we made on the channel, and we sucked. We kind of still suck, but we're certainly trying to get better. Now, one of the things that I have noticed is we are getting better, at doing the streams, at doing the videos, at making everything, a little bit better for you guys, which is what it's all about. And now that we've gotten here, we certainly feel like we have an obligation to continue putting out more and more great content. And we're making it happen, and of course we have put in all the applications to monetize the channel. This is the first channel, at least under this email account, that I have gotten to that point with. So we have to get approved for the AdSense account. There's a bunch of weird kind of red tape that you have to cut through when you get to that 1,000 subscriber point to be able to monetize the channel and to to be able to take advantage of super chats during premieres and live shows and things like that. So that's not up yet, but it's coming. It's too low? Oh, maybe it is too low. Let me it's not muted. Hold on. Is that better? Hello. Yeah, I know, Randy. Everybody's here to see Amy, and she might be making an appearance. She might be coming down tonight. Talk like James Earl Jones. Dude, I wish. If I could talk like James Earl Jones, I wouldn't be on YouTube, dude. That's what I like to see, Victor. My sound sucks less. It still sucks. It just sucks a little bit less. All right. So, hey, it's good to see everybody tonight. And good God, dog. All right. So, one of the things that we wanted to do for the 1,000 subscriber milestone is we wanted to do a giveaway. Now, that giveaway is going to happen. It's just not going to happen yet. We're going to be delaying that for a little while until I can get my employment situation figured out. And then we were going to have a monstrous, huge giveaway. It's really not going to be that monstrous and huge, but it's going to be a giveaway. We're going to give something away. I've had a little time to think about how we're going to do it, so I'll go ahead and let you guys know that now. Rhino, thank you. Mickey BRC, thank you. Kenny, how you doing? Is the sound still low? I mean, it looks good. At least the levels on the audio meters, everything looks like it should be fine. Unless Kenny's just messing with me, to get me to start screaming at the microphone like, guys, can you hear me? George Watts, thank you, sir. I absolutely appreciate it. And also, thank you to George Watts for making a contribution to the channel. And every week, the contributions that you make are certainly helping, and we absolutely appreciate you helping out like that. It's huge for us. It helps us continue to do good things, and I want to talk about some of those good things. So, yeah, it should be better now. And if it's not, hold on. You guys are making me like all self-conscious. I'm like, yep, no midget strippers, fellas. This is not the show for that. That's Hangar 51. When you want midget strippers, tune in on Thursday to Hangar 51. He's got y'all covered. Yep, Ricky's gonna come out of the woodworks. He starts hearing the magic words. Yeah, I don't think Michael Reitza. I don't think I'm gonna be giving that away, dude. That was no way, dude. That was a special present that was given to me. I mean, that thing is custom, dude. It is the right girth. You know, it's about the size of a bowling ball, which is really what I needed to really just, you know, stretch things out a little bit. And I just can't give that away, dude. No way. So let's. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about is this guy right here. But before we get to that, I want to talk about the the giveaway that we are eventually going to do for the 1,000 subscribers. I've already had a couple of people reach out to me and want to make a couple of contributions as far as the prizes that we're going to be giving away that night. And as well as thinking about what I want to give away as a prize. And I think what I am going to do is the Arrows MiG-29, if it's available, when the time comes to have the giveaway. I want the first prize, or the prize from us, to be the Arrows MiG-29. That looks like it's going to be just a sweet, sweet bird, and something that I think everybody can enjoy. I've had Ryan O reached out, and he is going to build a foam board plane for whoever the winner is, which I think is really cool. So like a flight test style foam board plane. I've also had, I believe it was George Watts, and if I'm mistaken, then, you know, my fault, George, sorry. But he's going to be making a contribution, you know, as far as gifts are concerned. So that's something that we can all look forward to. It's not happening yet, but I will tell you now how to enter, because, you know, just based on some of the contests that we have, or not contests, but, you know, giveaways that we've seen in the recent past, I want to kind of change things up a little, the way that we're going to roll with this particular one. And what we are going to do is I am going to have people send one email and one email only to rcairmarshal@gmail.com, right? So I've got rcairmarshal@gmail.com set up, and I want you to send me an email with your YouTube name. And so it's gonna, in the subject line, I want it to say contest and then your YouTube name, right? So, and that's it. Contest and your YouTube name in the subject line. And, you know, and I'll do a follow-up video with this as well, because I want, the way I want it to work is we're going to do the wheel like we always do. The people that send an entry to the email will get put on the wheel. And if your name lands on the wheel, you will have a couple of minutes to send an email to me, and I will confirm that the email that you send me when your name pops on the wheel matches the email address that you used to enter the contest, right? So I know that's kind of a crappy way to do things, and it's going to slow things down a little bit, but it's a way for us to verify that the winner of the contest, that the winner that's picked by the wheel, is truly who they say they are, and we don't have, you know, the same kind of thing happened in Ryan's last giveaway. You know, and because people are putting entries, I may waive the requirement to actually be present on the show. You know, and I just need whoever the winners are to send an email, and I'll verify it against their email address. And then if I don't get an email from the winner, we'll just roll again the next week. That seems kind of fair to me. Is that mine?
No, it's mine. Do you want yours?
Oh, yeah. I forgot it.
There's yours. Your beers.
Oh, dang. I didn't even know those were down here. Hey, y'all, Amy's here.
Hello. I'll tell Ryan I got his stuff thing today.
Yeah, right, Ryan-O, and that's my whole deal, is I don't want any bull crap. I don't want people, trying to fake their names. You may be able to fake your name, but if someone's gonna go through the trouble of hacking an email account to send me an email from the correct email account that they entered the contest with to begin with, I mean, come on. If you're gonna go through that kind of great lengths to get a freaking, to win a contest on an RC YouTube channel, then you're a freaking terrible human. Gooniac, what is going on? So I'm just going to roll up in the chat for a minute and just give a quick hi to all the people that I see. It may take me a minute, but we're going to do a little bit of a roll call. So, and one thing that I'll tell you right now is YouTube has been really weird lately with the current viewer counts and statistics and all that weird. I mean, I have no idea how many people are watching right now. You guys have a better idea than I do. Mine says one person, which might be true. I mean, I don't know. So let's give a quick shout out to all the folks. We got Brian Chambers, we got Pilot Jerry RC, we got Shadow Ops, Jackson RC Aviation. Hello, sir. How you doing? We've got Amy. Hi. We've got Jeff in Lower Alabama. We've got Chuck GRC. We've got Deuces Wild. Hello, sir. The Craft King. We've got Sawyer. We've got Eric RC.
Jackson RC Aviation.
Yep. We've got Randy Huffines. Huffines.
Kevin.
William Murgita, George Watts, Kevin Trappin.
Kevin Trappin. The Craft King #1.
TNRC Pilot. Camo. I don't know who Camo is, but welcome to the show.
Hi, Camo.
I think that's the first time you've been in here. If it's not,
Victor.
Then, hey, it's good to see you again. Dave's RC. So I'm just now getting to the point where people are telling me to turn my mic up, and of course, Dave's RC chimes in with, "Turn your mic up, bitch." Thanks, man. Victor Shamulus, Dennis Farley, Matthew Shalowski, F.U. Kenny.
F.U. Kenny. Why are you saying F? Why are you?
Because he says F.U. Air Marshal.
Oh.
Then F.U. Kenny.
Can you hear us?
Yes, he can hear us. No, this is from a while back. I'm just kind of going through here.
How much of a lag do we have here?
No, the lag's not bad. Mike SSI, hello, sir. Who else we got in here? Freaking Dave's RC. Daryl Dixon. Hello from North Georgia.
Ryan O. Mickey BRC. Deuces Wild. That guy with the birds.
Joe Habib. That guy with the birds.
Dennis Farley.
Michael Reitza. Which I'm pretty sure is Nazi. And
no,
I'm just
it's
kidding.
not. Just kidding. My last name is Kilser.
That's right. That's a Nazi name.
It is not. It's Germans or something.
Mike Keller, hello, sir. Let's see. Let's just go back to the beginning.
Somebody said Amy.
Of course, Shadow. Of course, I am more happy with Amy back from her trip. Yes.
It was scary, y'all. People are really scared, and you're driving, and you're just like, People like, I don't know.
See, Kenny says, I love Dave, Amy, we're just having fun. So, I
Yeah.
don't know, Kenny, when that started, but it is fun. And it's kind of amusing because every single time we run into each other, it doesn't matter if it's here, if it's a Kenny show, if it's any of the live shows, if it's in Motion RC, if it's in frickin' the who are those other big folks? Motion
Mary Boozer,
and
Ryan,
and the Horizon
Pilot Ryan,
chat. Man, it doesn't
Ryan.
matter. If I see you anywhere on the internet, you're getting a big F you immediately.
Okay, so why don't you tell them about your day yesterday?
Okay, so Eric RC was just asking, how do you enter into the 1,000 subscriber giveaway that is not going to be happening yet, but it will be happening soon.
I'm working on it.
And again, the prize from us will be an Arrows RC MiG-29 twin 64mm EDF jet. And
and there's more.
there's always more. There's always more. We might be giving away a custom set of 3D printed wheel chucks.
We're going to give a lot of these away.
We might do several sets of custom printed wheel chucks.
Are we doing that tonight?
Nope.
Okay, we're doing it next week.
I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen.
I'll make it happen.
It's going to happen.
I got you.
I'll make it happen.
I got you.
We'll be dropping elbows from the top rope.
Baby's first rate.
Hey, I forgot. Tonight, I still want to have fun, man, because we still hit 1,000 subscribers, and that's awesome. So I want to have a little bit of a celebratory stream with you guys. I want to have fun. Me and Amy, we're going to cut up a little bit like we always do. And, man, my head looks shiny. I need to start doing makeup before the show.
I can hook you up there.
Like,
I've been gone all day.
This crap is like, I look like I got a light.
You do.
Like right there.
I've been gone all day. I'm not apologizing.
See, guys, this is why I normally wear a hat. Because
I have a big forehead.
Because my hairline just keeps going in the wrong damn direction. It just keeps going.
I like it.
So
I'm awkward on camera anyway. I don't care.
Yeah, I need to start. I need to what?
No,
we got to figure out like Hollywood tricks.
We don't have that kind of money. If we did, I would look.
It's just makeup.
I would be perfect.
I got to start doing some makeup.
No, I can help you with that. Let me stay a little power.
Why does the dog keep hitting the camera stand? Who is hitting the camera? You assholes! Get out of there!
Don't be mean. No.
Sorry.
Get out of there. They're only doing that because I'm down here.
They're doing that because they're big buttholes. Hey man, that is a fact. It might be the first time you guys have seen me without a hat. I think the first couple of streams I did, like episode 1 and 2, I may have been without a hat. I want to say by the time we did the third, like, official stream, it was here. And at that point, I think I was wearing my Spectrum hat, and I think I've worn it every week since then.
What's crazy is his sister is trying to get her hair dyed to be this color. She has they both have naturally really dark hair.
Yeah, we don't have the money. No, it's probably not the first time. Hey, man, JCB, that's not a bad idea. I mean, I've got the airbrush. She's got crazy makeup.
Plenty of makeup.
We can airbrush that on. I will airbrush myself.
Hey, I wonder if we can airbrush abs back on me.
Yeah, dude, and I will. No, I'm not gonna lift my shirt up. I was gonna lift my shirt up and show y'all my big fat belly.
I'm gonna airbrush my abs back on that I had when I was 20.
Airbrush like an 8-pack up in this bitch.
Yeah, I've seen people do that. They do it with that whatever. Anyway.
If I'm gonna do a clown face, it's gonna be on my bottom.
Okay, so tell them about your dad yesterday. I wasn't able to go film him yesterday because my allergies were
Yes, and I was so upset.
terribly bad.
Oh, before we do that. So Eric RC asked how to enter the giveaway.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
we
here's
deferred.
how we're gonna enter the giveaway. Right? This is gonna have like an entry, right? There's like a ticket. You don't have to buy it. It's not like a raffle ticket. It's just a verification, right? You're gonna send me an email to rcairmarshall@gmail.com. So send me an email to rcairmarshall@gmail.com, and in the subject, it will be contest, and then your YouTube name. So the subject will be contest and followed by your YouTube name, right? So when I make the wheel, it's going to have everybody's YouTube name that enters the contest by sending me an email, right? And when your name is called, in order for you to win the prize, you must send me an email from the same email address that you used to enter the contest. That way I can verify that you are who you say you are, because these are $300 prizes, dude. I'm not giving them to some asshole who decides to change their name at the last second. That's wrong. Yeah. And whoever did that crap on Ryan's show, shame on you for ruining.
That ruined his show. And it caused a lot of confusion.
It ruined everything, man.
It was very disrespectful.
It makes it where we can't.
You can't.
I mean, the dynamics of the contest are still going to be awesome.
Yeah, we're still going to make it.
We're still going to have a lot of fun, but it just makes it.
We're not going to let people cheat, though.
Yeah, no cheating. No cheating. The only way to cheat on this one is to hack somebody's email account. And like I said, if you're willing to do that, then you're a far more terrible human than I ever thought.
And you probably deserve it.
Yes.
An airplane.
Yes, Matthew. One entry per person. Pornhub@gmail.com. I don't think that's how that's going to work. So, anyway, let's talk about my day yesterday. So
and I'm really sorry I couldn't film. I was terribly sick yesterday with allergies in bed all day. So I apologize, but I will.
It's fine. It's fine. So listen, the last time I went to the field was the last time you guys saw it. The last time I went flying before the coronavirus crap hit was the day that I wrecked this P-47. And, flew it over the fence and went BAM! Yeah. And I thought that I was going to hit a bunch of people, so I just ran it into the catch fence. I mean, I could have goosed the throttle and buzzed some heads, but safety being paramount, especially at a freaking AMA field.
Yeah, and there was there was a couple of teenagers standing there, so
the whole Kennesaw State crowd was there with their experimental airplanes.
We needed to make sure nobody got hurt.
I put it in the fence, in an abundance of caution, and that was the last time we went to the field. Well, my field has been open now for a little over a week, and yesterday was really the first day that was nice out. It was in the 80s, and I went
super hot
to the field. Yep, I went to the field. I brought the P-47. I did not have the Amy, so I was not able to get anything on film.
I was feeling really
And here's the big kicker, right? I took it off. And man, it might say Dynam, but man, this thing flies awesome. What a great, great, great flying plane.
Yeah.
It's dog slow. I cannot stand the motors they put in these things. The 500 kV is not enough. Dynam, if you're listening, 500 kV is not enough on 4S. Give us like an 800 kV motor. I mean, there's a reason that the E-flight planes haul ass, and it's because they're using like 8 and 900 and 1,000 kV motors on their 4S planes. Buttholes, get with the program. So it's dog slow, but man, it flies great. And you know, when I was bringing it in for a landing, like,
you greased it,
dude, I greased it for show, and I mean, it was the best landings that I have done yet on a tail dragger. I was so excited, and I think that it would have been awesome if we would have been able to get.
Yeah, there is a big lag. Sorry.
Yeah, if we would have been able to get this thing on tape,
I'm so sorry.
that would have been great.
We will.
Like, oh, we will. We're definitely going to take it flying. Well, we can't because it's got issues. No, not the weather.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So the thing that sucks is I do want to get it on tape for you guys. I want to film it and get like a redemption flight up on the channel because
we can go Sunday.
Baby, hear me out for a second.
Yes.
I want to get a redemption flight up on the channel because I think that you guys deserve it, especially with the COVID-19 stuff. It's been forever since we've been able to get a flight video up on the channel. We never got to do a proper flight review. You know, and I mean, and here's the thing, like a flight review doesn't necessarily have to be the maiden. You know, I think that I officially pulled off the maiden on this guy yesterday and it flew beautifully. But here's the kicker. It's going to have to wait. Now, everybody knows that Dynam, you know, Dynam is kind of a ticking time bomb. You know, something is going to be wrong with it. We don't know.
Oh, you're saying, okay, never mind.
Oh, that you can't say bomb on television?
You can't say bomb on an airplane.
You can't say bomb on an airplane.
Why not? Bomb. What if I was a bombardier?
It's rcairmarshal@gmail.com. rcairmarshal@gmail.com.
Can I type it in? Is it there? Is it
Dave's RC, that's funny.
Is it lower?
Did you tell Amy about us? It's the right thing to do.
What? Do you guys have some sort of bromance going on?
Dude, I have a bromance with so many people.
His face is red. You embarrassed him.
You embarrassed me. So I think what I might do is I might get the E-Flight BL15 800 kV motors because if 650 is good, 800 is better. So here's the problem. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this, but here. You hear them ticking?
Tick, tick.
Yeah. The stupid motor has a bad bearing in it. So yesterday on the first flight, I kind of noticed it. And then I took it up again. I mean, and the thing started, it sounded like a rotary motor. And I was like, sweet, man, this thing has the most scale sound ever. But it didn't sound like a Dynam, you know, like Dynams have that weird pulsy, weird sound anyway. Like, they kind of sound like the flying cars on the Jetsons. They sound like the flying car on the Jetsons. And this thing did not sound like that. And I was like, what's going on here? A couple of rocket motors. I'll strap a couple of rocket motors to the P-47. All right. So
those who gave all.
This thing did not sound like your typical Dynam. And it had like, man, the thing goes by like I do a low pass over the runway and it sounds awesome. I'm like, what? It sounds like, oh. I'm like, dude, that sounds great. but electric motors aren't supposed to sound like that. And then I got it back in and put it on the stand in the pits and was just kind of spinning the motor around. And it sounds, silly dogs, and it sounds like it's got a bearing bad in the motor. So I got to replace the motor, which is fine because the 500 kV motors are doo-doo anyway. So yeah, I was a little upset about that. And then when I checked it, when I checked the motor,
Come here, baby.
or when I was pulling the motor out to kind of see what was going on, the X brace on the back of the motor, like 3 out of the 4 screws were like all wobbly and loose, which probably contributes to why the bearing was bad, because the motor was vibrating all to hell, and that's something else, Dynam, if you're listening. How hard is it to make sure that the X braces, the X mounts that hold the freaking motor to the firewall are properly installed and have Loctite on them? I get that you're trying to save money, but you can use the same crappy motor and a tube of Loctite might cost you like $1 and last for like 1,000 motor installs. So anyway, it's got a bad motor, guys. I need to get that motor replaced.
But what else happened?
Oh.
Do you want me to go get the other part?
Nope. So, yeah, Chuck G. I think that's probably what blew the bearing in this motor. Is it was vibrating and the motor just gave out, and I would say shame on me.
Hey, listen, look, Hanger 51 said he was flying the exact same plane yesterday with the same problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting, Kenny. Interesting. So you also have a Dynam P47, and your Dynam P47 also has a motor with a bad bearing? So,
where's the other part?
Let's hide that.
Where's the fuselage? You've got tools.
What? You know what the name of it is? I think it might be up in the kitchen.
I'll go get it.
Okay. So Amy's gonna go grab something real quick. John Rogers. Thanks, man. Welcome to the show, John Rogers. We love your laugh too. I've never heard it before. Anyway, Amy will be back in a second. So here's something else cool that did happen. I was flying my UMX Turbo Timber, and I was doing some crazy stuff, and I was flying inverted across the runway, like a big dummy, and I was like, I'm gonna, go up and do kind of like a split S to come back down, and I didn't have enough altitude, and I got back around, and was probably this far, the prop was probably that far from the runway. Now, the problem is that the landing gear is this far from the runway, and the prop was only this far from the runway. So the landing gear like sheared off at the bottom of the plane, and the plane just keeps flying with no landing gear. It was pretty funny. Luckily, it just broke the plastic pieces off of the landing gear, and I was able to go and grab the landing gear. And I had my float kit, so I was able to put 2 of the little float kit braces in there and put the landing gear back on. So no problem. And it worked fine. So here's the other thing that's pretty funny. Yes, I see a bunch of people are saying V900, and I'm gonna get to that here in a second. So there was a guy at the field yesterday. He's got a V900, and he takes the plane, and he's flying it, and he loses orientation of it. And that, V900s are like 130, miles an hour. I mean, it was gone. Woo! And within like 30 seconds, I mean, it's out of sight, dude. That thing is fast. So if you lose orientation of it, it's gone. Well, about a half an hour later, this guy comes with a pile of airplane in his hands.
This whole part was gone. It was off.
Yeah, like the front of the airplane is knocked off. And the guy,
This was really
he was
damaged.
like, I mean, the wings were marred up. Everything was jacked up pretty bad. The whole front of the fuselage was sheared off. The motor's dangling by the motor, by the wires. It was pretty bad. And the guy says, he didn't want it anymore, and he was going to give it to one of the folks at the club. And that guy was like, "Oh no, give it to him." That guy's the broken airplane whisperer. And so he gave me his pile of V900, and unfortunately, I may have taken a couple of pictures of what it looked like before and after. I peeled all of the decals off. I'm gonna get another decal set, but this was pretty bad, so the tail was broken, and I've glued that
We
back
need a new
together.
propeller. Look at that.
Obviously the
That-
propeller was
it
broken.
really
The cowling,
messed up.
the
Yes.
cowling has a big hole in it. I'm just gonna buy a new cowling. But I was able to go ahead and use some of the foam cure, the Bob Smith Industries foam cure. I glued the front of the fuselage back on, and that's looking pretty good. You can see a couple of gouges in there, but I'm gonna fill those in with.
I like the look without the decals too.
I'm gonna
It does look
I'm gonna fill
clean.
those in with some micro bubbles or micro balloons. And you won't be able to see that anymore.
3D printed parts.
We might do some 3D printed parts, but the fuselage is back in one piece. Now, the other thing that was pretty interesting is the guy who had this, and I pulled all the electronics out for the work that I was doing, because this thing, like I said, I mean, it crashed. It was in bad shape. So this thing got a lot of boiling water poured over it today to get some of the.
Yeah, he was in the kitchen boiling water.
Yeah.
And I had just curled my hair, getting ready to go with his sister. And I go in there and it's just like flat. It was so hot in there too. Like
yeah, it was pretty bad. So
somebody bought some new foam cure the other day.
Yep, I got this. Yeah, foam
Dave
cure
doesn't ever sleep. He sleeps like 3 hours a night. Maybe.
Yeah, foam cure is fantastic stuff. Very easy to work with. It dries. I mean, it takes a while to dry, but it is every much as firm a bond as foam tack. And to me, it's a little easier to work with, and it lasts longer. Like after you open foam cure, it stays forever. You can use the whole tube, where like foam tack, after you open it and it gets its first little taste of oxygen, the whole bottle will start to cure on you. And if you don't use it all within like a month or two, it's hard as a rock. You got to throw it out and get a new bottle. That foam cure stuff will last forever. So I got this new V900. Here's the fuselage. It's not new. I mean, it is what it is. Pour the boiling water on it. Yeah, I mean, it jacked up the paint, but that's okay. I have an airbrush, right? The guy had taken the electronics and like shifted some things around, where instead of running the battery, like it, if you guys have ever run a V900 before, the receiver normally sits like right here. And the battery goes back here, which is kind of right over the CG, which is good on this kind of airplane. The guy had shifted the receiver to be way back where, your rudder and elevator servos go, which is back here. So he had the receiver here.
My parents don't buy me anything.
And had, the battery way up forward. And it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know why he made the decision to make some of those changes to where things were in the airframe.
You should write Schnell in big orange letters on the side of the fuse.
Right, what?
Schnell, if I'm reading that right. I can't really see.
Oh, I have no idea what Schnell is.
Explains.
Maybe they do it to fit batteries in here, but I tried the Smart 4000.
Isn't that
Smart
a helmet
4000.
company?
The Smart, no.
German. Schnell is speed in German. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's cool.
So yeah, I
All I
got
know is
the Smart 4S 2200 to fit in there, no problem. You know, where it's supposed to be, it fits in there like a glove, and the canopy closes fine. I mean, we don't need to stick that on there right now.
No, but I was worried that we weren't gonna be able to fit a battery in there.
Oh yeah.
So you have to put it sideways?
Yeah. So the canopy is in good shape.
That's awfully heavy.
Yep. So the canopy's still in good shape. It did not take any damage from the tree.
This was the propeller.
Yeah, that's the old stub of the propeller.
That's crazy. Like, that must have really ate something pretty hard.
So the wings were the worst part of the damage. You know, and I'll get up on it here in a second, but over here on this side of the wing, it looks like when it was coming in, it like hit the tree like here. And this whole front of the leading edge was dented all to hell. I mean, it had like a big, you know, like a big half moon circle, about a 4 inch, you know, in diameter, concave, just boom. And it was all like pushed up, you know, so you had a big hump in the top of the airfoil right here by the wing root, which was terrible. So after pouring a lot, and on this side there was a big crack in the wing and it was all jammed up as well because I think it like whipped a branch or something. So after a lot of boiling water,
Yeah.
I'm pretty...
We gotta do some sanding.
Yeah, so right there you can see where it was all wrinkled up. All the wrinkles are gone. I was able to, you know, kind of work everything back to normal. And the cracks and stuff have been filled with the white Gorilla Glue, because that's what I like to use for like wings and things that are going to have some flex to them but need a really strong bond. So that's the white Gorilla Glue. It foams up when you put it into the cracks, but you can see, I mean, it's all over the place in that area because it was just shattered. But now it's got that Gorilla Glue in there. It's foaming out. You can just sand that down flat. And I mean, what you can see though is that leading edge doesn't have that big old, you know, concave freaking dent in it anymore. And the wing on this side is looking pretty good. You know, it's also got a big glob of Gorilla Glue foam coming out of it that will sand down. The big hump that was in the wing right here is gone. That's nice and flat now. The airfoil is back to its normal shape. So I'll tell you, like, EPO foam and boiling water is magical. If you've never used boiling water to get like an EPO, like if you've got a pretty badly wrecked EPO model, you can probably salvage it if you've got all the pieces and the patience, you know, and the right adhesives and things like that. I mean, boiling water works amazing. Now, the nice part is, you know, when it gave me the model, it had all the stuff, you know, so I've still got the servos. Here's the 60 amp ESC. I've still got the motor. He gave me all the parts, the AR636 receiver. So we're going to get this thing flying again. You know, I've got another prop showing up from Amazon tomorrow. Another 8x8 APC prop like they come with. And, you know, hopefully here the next day or two, we're going to get this thing up in the air again, man, and see what she'll do. And if it flies right, I think I'm going to restore it to the original scheme, you know, the orange and white original scheme. But I'm kind of open to suggestions there. I want to leave like the bottom of the airplane. I want to leave the bottom of the airplane white and black, like it is. Where the bottom of the fuselage is white, and the bottom of the wings and the bottom of the horizontal stabs are black. But I'm kind of open to suggestions on what to do with the rest of the model. Basically the upper half of the fuselage. I like the color scheme of the V900 stock. So my plan was to just buy another decal sheet from Horizon and just put it back, stock, and just make it like new. But I'm kind of open to ideas. If you guys have some suggestions for other cool, color schemes or liveries that we could put on a V900 to make it look cool. Because we can do, we've got a vinyl cutter. We can cut our own, custom vinyls and things like that. And I can do some fairly creative things with the airbrush setup. So, I was kind of wanting to take it back to stock, but I can also.
We can do whatever we want with it.
Yeah. I can also see there being some, some cool possibilities out there doing like a real custom, custom paint job. Well, we don't really need to use like any graphics on it. We can paint the stuff.
She's backed up really bad right now.
Yeah. I mean, she's poor lady. She's getting her butt kicked.
That's good for business though. Neon pink.
Oh,
yes.
I like it. Skyblazer RC says do a Kyle Busch theme on there. So I would do a Kyle Busch
Why not Kevin Harvick? No,
because Kyle Busch or Kevin Harvick.
There's actually a race on right now.
There is. I think it's a replay.
There were no fans in the stands, and I was just like, this isn't the same.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I like the racing scheme idea. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What I may do.
Hellenic Ghost scheme. Sounds pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I may do something other than than the orange.
We can do, I mean,
that was there before.
We have a lot of different colors. We could do.
Yeah, most of the orange
things.
was all stickers anyway.
Or
I mean, we could go.
We can make it sparkly.
We could do a big glitter vinyl wrap. We can do a big silver glittery vinyl wrap.
I have so much vinyl. No, this is not the kind we would put on the airplane. This is iron-on. That would be cool. Show the car. Oh, yeah, Pilot Ryan, show the car.
Oh, show the car.
I got the white stuff, Pilot Ryan. So
yes.
I'll work on that
So
later.
we got the vinyl today to do like the last part of the, so here's the other little project we've been working on. For those of you that may have missed.
And it is so freaking cool.
Those of you that may have missed the stream that we did on Friday evening. I know that last week we showed the chassis of the Karmann Ghia, the Tamiya car that we're working on. And this is the finished body of the Karmann Ghia. And, where you guys see like the Spectrum logo and the Spectrum name on the back, the YouTube license plate, the Smart logo on top, all of that. If you missed the live stream where I airbrushed this on Friday, that is all painted in under the body, and then underneath the body is all white.
And it's even got little like rear view mirrors and windshield wipers.
Yeah, it's got a rear view mirror and windshield wipers.
Very cool.
So that is the Karmann Ghia. I think it was last week when I showed the chassis, everybody was like, we want to see it with the body on. Well,
this is
the chassis is right now in a state of disassembly. It's getting some new shocks put on it, which is sweet. We're doing some oil-filled dampers, which is going to make some huge improvements. But yeah, I mean, this thing just came out gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna cry a little bit when I pack it up in a box to send it back to Ryan.
But we have one more little thing we're gonna do, and then we'll be putting it in a box and sending it back to it.
We're gonna
Daddy, we're gonna send your baby back to you.
NASCAR style. We're gonna put Pilot Ryan's name.
Pilot Ryan Media.
We're gonna put Pilot Ryan's name right there above.
Yeah.
The driver's door, like a NASCAR racer. It's gonna be cool.
That's gonna be really cool. And I was lucky enough to come across the vinyl. I was thinking it was gonna be like 3 or 4 weeks before I could get any vinyl, but I luckily ran across some today.
So that's our car state. Yeah, we can't touch it. Yeah, so Ryan, one of the things that you're gonna have to kind of keep in mind when you get this thing is, I mean, this thing is an absolute fingerprint magnet, dude.
Yeah, you have to like get one of those little.
I've been treating this thing with like kid gloves.
Yeah.
I've been wearing like cotton gloves when I handle it, or rubber gloves to make sure I don't get any fingerprints on it.
I think I just did.
I mean, it's okay. We'll get them off. It's easy enough to clean, but Oh, and I still need to print.
Can you use that to get the fingerprint off?
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I just got a little bit off.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's super sleek.
Yeah, so this thing just came out gorgeous, guys. I really like it, and I'm sure that Ryan's gonna like it, and he's gonna have some videos on his channel of him tearing it up with the drifting.
Yeah, I want to see that. That's gonna be pretty cool.
So the other thing that we got that I have not put on the car yet is we got some drift wheels from Tamiya. And those are going to go on it. So we're going to have the stock chrome wheels for normal everyday running.
So they're just sleek. There's no.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're like hard plastic.
Like Tokyo drift.
Oh yeah, we're going to be Tokyo drifting for sure. So we've got the right tires now, the right wheels and tire set for drifting. The car's gonna be blacked
Magic
out.
Duster. Use some speed wax before you.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Like car stuff. Nitrile gloves. I have a lot of nitrile gloves, so that's a good idea.
Yeah, Jeff in Lower Alabama. That's what I'm gonna do, dude. I'm gonna go straight Frank Sylvester on Ryan's car, dude. I can't do that because I painted it.
And you'll be like, oh, I miss
I would cry like a baby. Yeah. If Ryan ever puts it upside down, like, just block me from your YouTube channel,
just
dude.
Send it back and
block me from being able to see that video.
Send it back and we'll fix it. We will fix it.
Oh, so the other thing that was pretty funny yesterday is I was out and I was doing Frank the Tank, dude. That shit's awesome.
Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank. I wonder if Kentucky Fried Chicken's still open.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Remember he wanted to go to. He said everybody was running to the quad.
Oh! You're talking about like the movie version of Frank the Tank.
There's another Frank the Tank on here. I know that.
Oh, Robert O. It'll probably make me cry, dude.
Email. Oh, cool. I'm interested.
I don't even know if I can look at that email at the moment. I can.
Wait, who sent it? Okay.
So.
Thank you, guys.
Fred Barron. You're the man. And sorry if I get a little delayed on some of this stuff, like I'm kind of looking over at the chat and I'm kind of looking up at
Thank you.
What are we sponsoring another one of, Ryan? What's up? What are we?
It's probably easier to
What
look
are we
on your
sponsoring
phone.
another one of?
Yeah. He's getting excited. He has this excited face on.
Like, I can't make the smile go away, dude. I love these little things.
So how's y'all's week so far? Well, it's only Monday. He says another car can mess up after that one.
Holy cow. So, dude, we've already got like a whole bunch of people that have entered the 1,000 subscriber contest. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I'll make a
That's
spreadsheet.
awesome.
Thank you.
Another car after I mess up that
Week
one.
is going great. Finally back to finally. He's so much happier now that he's able to.
I know, right? So, Ryan,
fly.
if I ever do another one, dude, you need to send 2 of them.
I'll give you one. I'll be right back. Okay, talk about your day and I'll be right back.
Oh.
Do you need anything from upstairs?
No. What, do you want to swap these out for gold ones?
Sure. They are cold, love.
Well, yeah, but after I finish one, those 2 will be warm.
Here,
No. I got this one. This one's good. Are you not going to have one?
No, I'm drinking.
Oh, you got some Jack Daniels.
It
little
helps
bit.
my throat.
Uh-huh.
It
helps
does,
mine
really.
too. All right, guys. So, Fred Barron, thank you for the contribution. Fred Barron just made a contribution to the channel. I don't have super chats yet. The application is still pending. But when I do, your name will be in lights. But for now, it's just me saying, thanks, man. And George Watts, thank all you guys who do make the contributions using PayPal. There's a link in the ticker, and there's also a link in the description of the chat for this video that you can click on to make a contribution to the channel if you want to. We always appreciate it, and we love you guys. So, and hopefully within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be able to start doing super chats, which is super exciting. I am really looking forward to that because, the ability to have that kind of interaction with folks, I think is really neat and fun. Arizona Desert Jets, yes, it is Yingling. So that's one of my favorite beers. Just so you know, is the Yingling Black and Tan. I'm a huge fan of the Yingling Black and Tan. Was that a rhyme? Yes, I'm a huge fan of the Black and Tan. Uh-oh. Dave Kowinski. Dave Kowinski has also made a contribution to the channel. For now, you just get shout outs. There's no there's no super chat thing that's going to light up at the top and say, hi, But we still love you guys. We still appreciate you.
Yes,
and we're going to give you guys, the recognition that you deserve. All the people that make contributions to the channel are making, just giving a huge boost to us to keep doing what we're doing.
Yes, it's Yingling. That's pretty much the only kind of beer we drink is Yingling. Yingling.
So
I'm drinking.
Amy is awesome.
Tennessee whiskey. I'm drinking Jack Daniels and Coke.
And Coca-Cola.
Because.
Bing, ding, 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 because we live in Atlanta. And here it's just Jack and Coke. Ding, 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 ding.
I've been to that. You ever been to the museum in Lynchburg?
No.
We can see where the barrels are. What? I thought we went.
And I've never been to Bourbon County, Kentucky.
I've
Ding,
never
ding,
been
ding,
to.
ding, 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 ding.
Nah. So one time I went to Kentucky, I vowed I'd never go back. So.
Jefferson, Alabama. No, sir. So that.
Oh yeah, I like Captain and Coke too.
This was my iced tea from Zaxby's that we had for dinner earlier.
We had a Cobb salad. I was gone all day, so
Yes, I ate
didn't have time to
rabbit
cook.
food because I felt like being a little healthy.
Their Cobb salad is really good. I mean,
And it's probably like 1,500 calories.
well, they put a lot of chicken and bacon, and there's like a bunch of cheese, but it's still good. This is really weak.
Yeah, Dave Kowalski, they don't sell Pepsi in Atlanta. And wherever Pepsi's from, I hope they don't sell Coke there. But yeah, here in Atlanta,
Where is Pepsi from?
like if you even mention the word
Black
Pepsi,
and Tan with a straw.
you know, and I know that there's restaurants out there that they have to serve Pepsi products. But like when someone comes in there
Captain and Coke and Jack
and says
Coke.
like,
Yeah.
"Hey,
I
let
like
me
Jack.
get a Coke," you just bring them your Pepsi and hope they don't notice. You know, because here in Atlanta, like you say,
You want a
"Man, I
Coke.
want a Coke."
And they say, we only
What-
have Pepsi.
What
and
can
you're
I
like,
get for you to drink? A Coke. You don't say, "Is Pepsi okay?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll
Like,
be right back. This is really
what?
weak.
But hell no, Pepsi's not okay. Get out of here with that garbage. Hell no, Pepsi is not okay. Hector LeBron, welcome to the channel. You know, I can't tell a lie, dude. Hennessy's good stuff. So, I mean, it's all personal preference. If you like Coke, if you like Pepsi, I mean, it is what it is. But kind of being from Atlanta, I kind of like Coke.
My favorite thing is Crown Royal and Coke.
Crown Royale
Yeah.
and Coca-Cola.
I haven't bought any of that in a very long time. I don't really drink that much. Very, very seldom. Coke yeah, it does. Coke will remove like stains from a lot of
Coke will
stuff.
also take any battery acid
Yeah.
stains, like, pour it on the top of your battery and like all the corrosion crap that gets on top in like your battery terminals. Pour some Coke on it, come back the next day, shit's clean.
I know girls in high school that used to wash their face with Sprite because it would like, I don't know what the freaking, I guess the acid takes all the whatever off your skin, but that's kind of weird. I don't really drink a lot of soda either, but you can't not drink like Coke with, alcohol.
Hector's asking what he just walked into. Nothing
don't
bad,
even know.
man. Nothing bad.
Oh, I have some good news to tell you.
Uh-oh, Amy's got good news, y'all.
Our son got hired on full time at FedEx tonight after only being there for 2 weeks. So congratulations to our son, Michael. Now
really?
yes, Michael. Mickey.
Why did he get to go home early then?
He went in at 3. He got off at 7.
He wasn't supposed to get out until like 11.
Well, his
So anyway,
congratulations, Mickey.
yes. So our son, who you guys
And our
don't,
daughter got accepted into nursing school, so she starts in August.
yes.
So kids are doing really
So
well.
we're gonna brag on our kids a little
Yeah.
bit. You guys don't get to see them because they're gone. Anyway, excuse me. Our son's not gone yet. we're still
really
trying
know
to kick
he's
him
here,
out,
though.
but he's a good kid,
Both of them
and he started working at FedEx, and FedEx has like a fairly lengthy probationary period before you can become a full-time employee, and
He
they start
filled out
giving
his
you
paperwork
full-time
tonight.
hours.
before he left.
And he started there a couple of weeks ago, and they went ahead and after 2 weeks, they advanced him to full-time
Starting next
position starting next
Sunday.
week,
Next
which
Sunday.
is awesome.
He gets insurance and everything with that.
Yeah, so I'm pretty proud of him. FedEx is
It's a good company to work for.
it's a great company to work for. I know that a lot of us have issues with FedEx. I promise you, if you don't get your package on time, it ain't my kid's fault. Don't be coming to me, dude. Like, dude, my package didn't show up. I'll be like, I don't give a shit.
My mom's been waiting. My mother has been waiting on a package from FedEx for like 2 weeks. She's pretty upset.
You know, I don't think that
Yep.
I may have let out, some bud gas on the channel like maybe once. But, when I'm drinking beer, like the burps just come, dude.
You need to like make it come out. I don't know.
Sorry, Ray. I was trying to think of a family-friendly way of saying that, because in the event that my channel ever gets reviewed.
Oh, we're in trouble.
For monetization purposes.
They're going to be like, you're not PC, you're not.
Well, I know that like the occasional slip up is probably allowed, but I want to do as much as I can to stay in the good graces of the monetization gods.
Just slide out of frame and then.
Yeah, so they'll hear it, but they won't see it happen.
I don't even know what's going on.
Hey, what's going on here?
I don't know. Oh, it's something on Facebook.
Dawn Keith. Is that Spencer Keith? Is that you, Spencer? Do you send things from PayPal as Dawn Keith? Thank you so much, sir. So Spencer Keith just sent a contribution over PayPal to the channel. So we very much appreciate
Spencer Keith's
your
wife.
support.
Yes, thank you very much. That's very nice to you guys.
It is very nice.
Deuces calls Code Browns happen along with the prairie dogging.
Yeah, that is true. They let Kenny in, and he has like 27-hour streams.
I didn't even know that you could do money via Messenger.
Yeah. Facebook, yeah.
Okay.
So PayPal takes like 3%, but it's super easy. I know that like you can send.
When people ask me like, "Do you have Venmo?" I'm like, "What?"
There's a lot of ways to send money to folks.
I don't know what
you
Venmo
could do Venmo, PayPal, whatever.
I have PayPal.
There's so many people that have have PayPal that it's just easy.
It is. It used to not really be that easy, but
it's always been easy.
Well, if you're smart, I'm not really. I'm kidding.
Stop it.
I am smart. I just play like I'm not. But we really appreciate it, and we're going to try to get some really good content. I think we're kind of flying blind tonight. I don't really know what to talk about. If we had video, if I had gone yesterday, then we would probably have some better content.
No. We're fine. So look, this is how we always start the shows.
Jeff and Laura Alabama, what do you like as instead of PayPal? Like, what would you rather use? Like, what's more easy, who do you trust? A phone number to use PayPal. Oh yeah, I saw that where you could put in an email address or your phone number, but I don't use my phone number on there.
I don't know how it works. I just know that when people send stuff,
your mama's gonna kill you if you don't go to sleep.
I just know that when they send stuff to me, I get it. And so here's the other thing that's nice about PayPal, right?
Get some sleep.
And when we are able to do super chats, I mean, I get that everybody loves super chats, and hopefully we'll have some folks that participate in there. But here's the thing that I dig about PayPal: when people make a contribution to the channel over PayPal only takes like 2.7% or something, where YouTube takes like 30%. PayPal, the money is available
in the super chat. They take
instantly, and I can actually use. So, if I need something from Horizon Hobby, for example, or I need something from
Amazon,
almost anywhere,
Hobby,
I can use PayPal
Yeah.
pay for it.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. You can check out with your PayPal and not have to go dig your credit card,
Yeah, exactly.
your debit card out and try to.
And,
no, who remembers their freaking debit card number?
You know, that's
like,
true. My PayPal account is a business account with PayPal, and I also have a PayPal debit card.
Mm-hmm.
So when people send contributions using PayPal,
it goes straight to your
I
PayPal
can
card.
use them. I can use that money immediately to do what I want. Where, yeah, YouTube, not only do they take 30%, but it takes them like 60 days to fund your account, and you have to have at least $100 in your account to be able to get anything back from it.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'd rather do PayPal.
I mean, it is what it is. I am grateful for any contributions that anybody makes, no matter how I get it or when. So I will never complain, but I'll say that there are other ways to support the channels that you guys enjoy.
Watch the shows.
Yeah, watch the shows, obviously. And that's my biggest thing with the monetization is...
because whatever, nothing comes out of that PayPal account
it's
unless
certainly
it's to
not,
go for something we're doing with all this stuff.
Yeah, it's certainly not meant to annoy you guys, even though I know that, like, anytime that there's an ad, that better be one compelling ass ad for me not to hit the skip button.
I have watched a couple.
Like every now and then I'll be watching
this is
I'll be watching an ad at the beginning of a video, you know, and I'll be just watching it and I'll think that it's part of the video and I'm like, this ad is pretty cool. And it had skip on there the whole time. There's been a couple of times, but usually I'm waiting for that 5-second countdown, like skip, 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 skip. And I get that, you know. So, but ultimately at the end of the day, you know, what we do is certainly out of passion, and we all know that this hobby is not, you know, is not cheap. It's not free, and it takes a lot of time to make the videos. So if you like what you see, you know, and you want to help out, we certainly appreciate it. It all, you know, it all is super helpful and super motivational and helps to keep us on our toes. Other ways that you can support the channel, we now have affiliate links. I don't have a lot of them. You know, my newer content that I make is going to have affiliate links for Horizon Hobby. So, you know, if I'm directing you at, like, hey, check out this plane or this car or whatever, check out the links in the description. When you guys use those links, it pays us a little scratch. So we appreciate, you know, any videos that we make that, you know, compel you to buy a product. Use the links in the description. That helps us out too. So far, we've made $1.27 in commissions from Horizon Hobby.
Sorry, I was replying to you. Oh, okay, good.
Right. So it's nothing. None of this stuff is stuff that you have to do.
No.
You know.
Just the pleasure of your company is.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. I mean, we enjoy doing this every Monday. And we enjoy all of the stuff that we do, you know, for the hobby.
The hobby is awesome. This is
we love it. I love it, obviously.
I like watch it. I'm scared to fly, but I'll get there one day.
Don't be afraid.
I am afraid. I even get nervous when I crash on the simulator. I'm like, so weird.
Yep. And that's another reason that I use PayPal is PayPal doesn't give a crap what like the return policy is from a vendor. In fact, any vendor that uses PayPal as their payment choice agrees to PayPal's terms.
Yep.
You know, and if I have a dispute, PayPal just gives me my money back. I mean, no questions asked, instant. I file an online complaint, boom, I get my money back, and whoever I bought garbage from can suck it. So PayPal does some great things, and if you use it, awesome. If you don't, awesome. You know, everybody has a choice of how to handle their money. This is not a financial show.
Oh, no.
So
I have to deal with that too much.
back to RC style
Yes.
things. So yeah, we've got this V900 that we're working on, which will be the first.
You flew in crazy gusts today?
Yeah, that's awesome. So
I've seen him do that one time. It was really nerve-wracking, but
I'll
I
tell you,
also-
one of my favorite planes to fly in really high winds is my Avanti S, the 80
I
millimeter.
love that plane.
Yeah, the 80 millimeter Avanti S jet
That's my favorite plane to
from
watch.
Free Wing.
Yeah, it's really fun to watch.
Now that one has an AR636 in it that I tuned that AR636 in about 20 to 25 mile an hour winds. You know, so when I tuned it, I was going as fast as I could in about a 20 to 25 mile an hour headwind. So I mean, it was as gusty as it was ever gonna get. And that thing is just rock solid.
This is the kind of stuff that I find randomly in my basement.
just laying
And I'm just
around.
like,
We got parallel boards just laying around.
I mean, and then there's just like,
We got parallel boards. We got ESC programmers. We got, WS1000
like,
wireless
what is
dongles,
this?
speed controls.
we got a taser.
We got a taser.
I don't even. Is that? No, I don't even know.
No,
what that
it's
is.
not a taser.
I know it's not a taser. And look, there's a remote control.
Wings.
There's like 1, 2, 3.
Airplanes.
There's like 20 zip drives sitting up here, just like.
All with random crap on them.
I don't mind.
A little bit of silver paint.
Yeah.
For my airbrush.
Just I don't mind.
Yeah, we have all kinds of just random things laying around.
If I don't know where it goes, I just leave it where it is.
Yep, and they're all RC related, in some way or another. Like everything in this room is RC related.
That's what we got this room for.
Yep.
So,
the next plane that we're going to have videos up on will probably be the P-47.
it will. We should
After
take one
I
more
get-
out.
Well, after I get a new motor.
Well, what are we gonna do? I want to take that Avanti out next, and then the Green Goblin.
Okay.
I want you to destroy the most. No, I'm just kidding.
The most
The
expensive
most
plane
expensive
you
one
got.
here. I want you.
So the Blue
The
Angel
Blue
is-
Angel's only been flown like one time.
And it will never ever fly again.
Yeah.
Yes, RC Air Marshal at YouTube.com.
RC Air. I'm making sure.
Yeah, Deuces.
At Gmail. Yes.
That is.
That's right, Eric. Yeah, it'll get that way, Deuces. It'll get that way. I mean, he's gonna have to probably get him like a little outbuilding, because if it starts filtering into my upstairs, I'm not gonna be very thrilled about
Yep.
that.
So, yes, rcairmarshal@gmail.com is the email address to use.
I like the Green Goblin. I love it.
Yeah, that Havoc is a sweet looking airplane, but man, does it
Yeah,
have
dongles. Like,
It's got
I
some
was gonna
crazy
say that.
tendencies.
Dongle. Remember that I used to ask you guys at work what dongles were when I was
Oh,
doing.
well, we had like
expense
hundreds of
reports.
dongles.
Like, what is a dongle? And then I was sorry I asked, because my eyes glazed over and I didn't care anymore. But I know, that's why I was like, y'all, what is a dongle? Why did you?
Right. And that's where I got like all these dongles.
I
Like
used to
I've
have
got
to
so
do
many
the
dongles.
expense reports, and I'm just like, what is this?
I've got like dongles over here and dongles over there.
There's even
And just dongles and upon
They're
dongles upon
everywhere.
dongles. I mean, there's so many.
oh, there's my earring I've been looking for.
I've had it the whole time.
The other one's in the car.
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes when I'm making videos, I put it in my nose.
Do you?
Yeah, I got a little hole.
Okay. Never thought about getting a nose ring before, but
See you, Rabbit. Have a good night, man.
good night. 3:30 does come early. Bless your heart.
Yeah, I've heard not to let your dongles dingle in the dirt, but
Okay,
I
they
ain't
are
afraid,
USB
dude.
sticks. That's what I call them, Dave. Like, why
USB sticks,
are
yes.
they dongle? Y'all told me what a dongle was, but then I stopped listening because it was something that we needed. Yeah, no. Like, I knew a girl that got her tongue pierced. Oh, when I was like 20 something, and she got it infected, and it was really disgusting. She missed like 3 days of work over that.
Rabbits bouncing out. Ryan.
Rabbits being to bounce up. He's finna bounce. He's got to be up at 3:30 in the morning, which is usually about the time.
Oh, so
I go to sleep.
What I was gonna say earlier
Dingly
is
dangly dongly. Exactly, Gooniac. Exactly.
So
this
earlier
one even
tonight,
has a bottle opener on it.
I was like, "Hey, man, it's yeah, because like dongles and beer,
right?
And
Dongs and beer.
yes, they're USB sticks,
Yeah,
thumb
they are.
drives, whatever you. Shut up. I know what they're called. It's a dongle.
I forgot what they actually are. I just know that we ordered a lot of them.
So what I was gonna say earlier, because I like lose track, and then like the train comes back, and I'm back on the tracks again.
Yeah.
It just goes way off, and
we
then
go. Eventually, it'll come back.
So, what I was gonna say is, usually I have to go at about 11 o'clock at night on 4 days a week to pick my son up from work. But tonight he got off early.
And he took an Uber home.
And he took an Uber home because now he makes his own damn money and I ain't got to pay for his shit. Anyway. So,
I would have gone and
I
got him,
wasn't
but
planning on drinking
Driving
tonight
night.
because I was going to have to go get my kid after the show. And now there's only like 30 minutes left. And I think for the next 30 minutes, we should converse, and you guys can ask us questions, and I'm going to drink as much beer as I can because it's my 1,000 subscriber show.
Congratulations, love.
And I want to celebrate with you guys a little bit.
Okay, so do you need more beer? Cheers.
No free money. Tink.
Cheers. So, do you need me to go get you another one?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It's cool. It is cool when your kids get self-sufficient.
Gooniac.
It's kind of sad though. I had a really hard time with it at first. And I
200 driver, thank you, sir. Gooniac, you know what I would love, man? Those. And I need a new hat because my Spectrum hat, now that I'm wearing it and it's starting to get hot outside.
It's black and it's hot, the fabric.
Well, it's not so much that it's hot. What happens is that it wicks. The hat is awesome. And it wicks the sweat off of my head very well and absorbs it into the hat, which means that when it dries, all the salt from my freaking sweat has created like this white salt line on the front of my black Spectrum hat.
I can wash it.
And it looks kind of gross, which is why I'm not wearing it tonight, because after like a long day at the field yesterday and my brow sweat now has like this white sweat ring over the front of my brand new Spectrum hat.
Here's the thought. Why don't you say, hey, Amy.
I ain't wearing that on the show. That's nasty.
Why don't you just say, hey, Amy, can you wash my hat for me?
Is that what they call it? Scungy? 7 1/4?
Sweat rings, will they not wash out?
I
Surely
think
there's going to be something I can get it out with.
I think it is a 7 1/4 is the size of my head. I think it is 7 1/4. It used to be when I was in the military and I had to have like my combination hat fitted and my garrison caps and all that crap. I think I wore a 7 1/4. Or a flex fit hat. Anyway. That wasn't me.
Yeah, it was me.
Dave Kowalski. I always wondered what causes that white line.
I don't ever wear hats. I have
Well,
one
you do
hat.
have your sweat is salty.
And they say that it's hard to get them out. Why is your vein popping out of your eye right there?
Because I'm that hardcore. My eyelids are flexing their
Are you
asses
stressed
off right
out?
now.
Are your eyes stressed out? Stop! You're gonna make it buzz.
Are you serious?
No, it's like poking out right there. Like I've never seen that.
Is
happen.
it like a big muscular
Are you stressed
vein?
out?
No.
Are your eyes like strained?
No.
Okay.
Hey.
Your motion hat is disgusting. I guess guys know more about. I've only worn a hat like.
Dave K says, "I'm about to pass gas."
Okay.
No, not yet.
You should record it on surround sound.
I'm gonna put my taser.
He just shook the walls. Brian Chambers said, "Are you okay?"
Mm-hmm.
That he is watching in surround sound, and he just shook his walls.
Yes. So anyway, Gooniac, what I was gonna say is I really like those Hobby King hats.
I know, like you shouldn't.
Like I'm not a big fan of Hobby King, just generally speaking. But those hats are awesome, dude.
Protein drinks. We have some of those, I think.
Protein drinks?
I can't drink just that. Like I have to have actual food.
That's what I'm talking about, Gooniac. I got my fingers crossed.
It might happen.
That's not the middle finger. That's 2 fingers crossed, by the way. I got my fingers crossed for a Hobby King hat, man. There's so many of them. John T, hello, sir.
I really like your beard.
Oh, thanks.
I don't think you should shave it off. It's very calming to like just.
It's calming?
Yeah. How's it going? Good afternoon from
What is a MiG 29 ass bly?
John T. Sunny New Zealand? New Zealand?
Hey, Ryan, how long is that video? Because we're going to cut it at 10, and then Gooniac goes on at 10:15. Yeah. So there's going to be like a 15-minute intermission between my show and the start of Gooniac's show.
Yes, New Zealand. Hi. Cool, New Zealand's pretty. I knew a person from New Zealand and Hawaii.
18 minutes, so.
And I love to hear them talk too. People from New Zealand.
Cool.
Wash them on delicate and dry them on okay.
What you talking about, Raitza? Hats?
Yeah,
washing hats.
Some people were saying you couldn't get that sweat ring off, but
you can get that sweat ring off.
Yeah, with some shout or some.
So back in the day, I used to have this little plastic doohickey, and it was like an exoskeleton that went over your hat.
You put the hat inside of it,
and then you put the whole damn thing in the dishwasher and run the dishwasher.
In the dishwasher?
Yes, and it was beautiful, man. Your hats came out like awesome.
We put them in the washing machine.
Man, I'm not gonna bleach black. Use the dishwasher and put them in there. See?
Did y'all put them in the dishwasher?
Yes.
Ew. Well, I didn't have a dishwasher growing up, so I was the dishwasher. Use it. Oh, okay. I guess you can use the dishwasher. 3D. We can 3D print it. We can 3D print. We could 3D print a hat cage. He's gonna get his MiG. Hey, Flap Spot Ryan, shout out. Hey, all. Hi.
Fred, I don't know what happened, but thank you. Whatever you just did, thank you.
Thanks. Is that, I can't, this is so small. My eyes are so bad.
I can't make it bigger, I don't think. Hold on.
You would probably have to make it the size of like.
No, even if
there you go.
Oh, shit.
Now I can read that. But is the lag gonna be even worse? Okay. So Dave got a shipping notice for his MiG. Ooh. cool. That's cool.
Yeah, the hat rack was cool,
Yeah,
man. It was like a
I was a
wire
dishwasher
thing.
growing up. Like, we didn't have a dishwasher.
Oh, someone's saying like 3D print the hat thing.
Yeah, that's what I just said. 3D print the hat cage.
Oh my god.
We could
That's
totally
so
do that.
SMRT.
Yes, it is. It's
Ding, 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 ding,
SMRT.
ding, ding.
It's SMRT.
I probably could 3D print a hat rack for the
That's what she
dishwasher.
said.
For the dishwasher.
Dishwasher.
So, Fred Barron, that's a great idea to have one spec. I gotta call my contact at Horizon and have them send me an extra spectrum hat. One for the flight line and one for the show.
Yeah.
Because before these shows, and this is how, like, even though like we don't have smell-o-vision, before we come and do this show, I always go and jump in the shower because I want to be clean for you guys.
Is that why you didn't come to the door today?
Yeah, because I was in the shower.
Haul in bird
I was
seed
getting cleaned up for the folks.
And the coats didn't work on the front door.
They worked for me. I just did it.
I did it wrong.
Mickey
then.
uses them every day.
Well, I must have done it wrong then. He smelled that one in Iowa. It's really weird that one didn't smell.
Oh, Ryan O, I don't think PETG would be. I don't even think PETG would hold up to the heat in a dishwasher. It gets hot in a dishwasher, dude. I think you would have to use ABS.
Happy Memorial Day. Deuces Wild said he's gonna.
Deuces, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, Justin Law, I don't think comes in here, but
Ripe in Florida. I cut his hair, but I was really nervous about it.
I did want to announce for Tim Toutant. Tim Toutant had sent me a message and asked me to announce. So Tim Toutant just hit 150 subscribers on YouTube.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, and so I'd like to congratulate him as well. Now, he did like a kind of a silent giveaway. And the winner of his giveaway was Justin Law, who I have seen in Facebook. Especially, I think, in like the Motion RC and Horizon groups in Facebook. So Justin Law won a Arrows RC Marlin from Tim Toutant. He gave away an Arrows RC Marlin for his 150 subscriber giveaway. And like I was saying earlier, I am doing an Arrows RC MiG-29 because I just feel like that's an awesome plane. And even though I don't have one yet, before I ever get one for myself, I am going to give one away for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway to the RC Air Marshal YouTube channel. So somebody will be the lucky winner of a brand new Arrows RC MiG-29 when we do that contest. So I am super excited to be giving away a MiG-29. I think it's an awesome plane, but don't let that stop you from going out and getting one. Go to Pilot Ryan Media, click the Arrows RC icon at Pilot Ryan Media, and grab you up one of those MiG-29s. I don't think they're going to last long on pre-order, and I'm afraid that by the time...
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, by the time it gets to the point where we'll be able to do the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, they're probably going to be sold out, and they're going to be on back order, and we're going to have to wait to actually get you the airplane that you win. But that's okay.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Also, another kind of channel announcement. Okay, so we still have, what's that, 18 more minutes.
Wait. Okay. Cool.
That's awesome, Ryan.
Yeah, I want to see that.
So, I really like that airplane. I want to get one for myself. I want to review one for the channel. I want to make that available to you guys so everybody has multiple different perspectives to see, because we all fly things and we all learn a little bit different. We all do things a little bit different.
And everybody that does stuff different, like we learn from that. We learn like new tricks and stuff. So
right.
That's really
but
cool.
Before I buy one for myself, I'm gonna buy one for you guys.
I gotta step out for just a second.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So somebody will be the lucky winner of an Arrows RC MiG-29 here in the near future, and that's awesome. And I wish you all the best of luck. So to enter the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, because I said there's an entry, you have to send an email to rcairmarshal@gmail.com. In the subject line of the email, you will put contest and then your YouTube name, the name that you use when you're in the chat, right? So send an email to rcairmarshal@gmail.com, and then in the subject line, put contest and your YouTube name. That way I know who to put on the big wheel, or the random name picker, or whatever method we're going to use if we get more than 200 entries. And then on the night that we do the giveaway, which will be probably hopefully sometime within the next month, Mickey B. RC, here's what I'll tell you. If you are willing to pay the shipping fees, we can probably work something out. I'll have to get in touch with Dan at Hobby Zone. What? No. I would have to talk to Dan at Hobby Zone and find out if he's willing to ship internationally. If Dan at Hobby Zone does not ship internationally, then unfortunately, it would be limited to wherever he can ship to. So we'll just have to see. That's not really up to me. Ryan O, I have one of the ones that I was actually looking at here recently, because I really like it, is the Hanger 9 Ultra Stick. Because I've got I have a Sato 160 30cc. It's a 4-stroke motor, but it's nitro. And I don't know that there's a gas conversion for nitro motors. And I don't really want to run nitro ever again, just to be quite honest with you. But I'd like to use that motor in something. So I'm kind of like, if I'm going to use that motor in something, if I'm going to take the time to rebuild it, is there a conversion kit? That's interesting, Craft King. Like, if I can convert that motor to gas, that kind of changes everything. Very interesting. Yeah, so if I can convert that Sato nitro motor over to a gas motor, that's very interesting. Cool. I'll have to look into that. I'd have to talk to some folks that are more familiar with that stuff than I am, because I would very much be interested in using that Sato motor, because they are phenomenal motors. And like I said, I've already got like a 30cc motor, and that Ultra Stick from Hanger 9, even though it's not like a Warbird, it's not a scale model of anything, those Ultra Sticks are awesome. I mean, you can do a lot with them. They're really cool planes. So Yeah, if I could switch my nitro motor over to a gas motor and strap it onto an Ultra Stick, the Ultra Stick's only like $299. I mean, it's very affordable. I've heard some bad things about them, like the ride, the landing gear sits too low to the ground, and people get a lot of prop strikes when the airplane, kind of planes out. Um, so that would be a problem, if I'm breaking a lot of props with it. But it probably also wouldn't be very difficult to get the landing gear to sit a little higher, to kind of get the plane, tilted up a little higher and get it up off the ground a little more so you get the right amount of clearance for the prop. Oh, sorry, John T. Yes, it's rcairmarshal@gmail.com. Ryan, the good part is that my Sato motor is already stripped down right now because it was seized up. It had sat for so long without being run that it was all gummed up with the castor, like old, castor oil and stuff on the inside. It wasn't taken care of very well by the previous owner. So I had to strip it all down anyway and knock the bearings out and all that crap. So the motor is getting completely rebuilt as we speak. And it's getting new bearings, new carburetor, new head gaskets, new carburetor gaskets, new valve cover gaskets, like everything, all the software, all the O-rings, exhaust gaskets, all that stuff is all getting replaced. And I mean, now's the time to do a gas conversion if I'm going to do one. So, yeah, George, that's a good idea. Um, what I was seeing yesterday is folks have also done something similar to like the landing gear on a timber, where they took like opposing strings coming from the pivot points of the other ones that pull, the gear in, from the other side, and the gear kind of articulate a little bit, so they've got a bit of a suspension. But I have seen those. I have seen those planes perform both from a performance perspective, high speed performance and low speed performance. Those Ultra Sticks are so floaty coming in. I mean, they just look like they fly like a dream. And I mean, how much articulation on the landing gear do you really need when you can just bring the thing in like a feather? Yep. So there's a lot of research I got to do. The only time I've run nitro in the past has been on cars, and on cars I never had to worry about things like, the motor propeller chewing my hand off. Yeah, that'd be cool, George. That's awesome. So the what was I saying? Oh yes. So the last time I ran nitro was probably back in 1999, 98, 99 time frame. Was the last time I ran nitro. And I haven't run it since because I haven't had to, right? And I'd prefer to not have to mess with it again, to be completely honest with you. The price of nitro has gone up dramatically since then. and it's way more, like a gallon of nitro is way more than a gallon of gasoline. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like the engines run that much better on nitro than they do on gas. So I'm just as well running a gas engine as I am running a nitro engine. Because right now with gas at $1.50 a gallon, I mean, yeah, sign me up for a gas motor instead of 30 or $40 a gallon, for 20% nitro. Like, nope, I don't want to have anything to do with that. And the other thing that I need to learn, right, is I know that they make like the what is it? Like the opto ignition kill switches, where I can just have a switch on my radio to kill the motor when I land. Um, like there's other things that I need to learn about that I never had to deal with in a nitro car. I didn't have anything to kill the motor on a car. I just we just ran it till it ran out of gas. I do not have any old OS motors. Will do, George Watts. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I don't. The back when I was running nitro motors, like the biggest motors I was running, I think was a .21 motor, and that was in an 8 scale nitro 4-wheel drive buggy. That thing was bad. I mean, it was a nice motor, but yeah, that was the biggest motors I was running back then. I think I was using .15 and .21 motors in 10th scale and 8 scale buggies. And I believe all the motors I was running were OS motors. And they ran fantastic, man. Those things would scream insanely fast. Brian Chambers, I don't even know what all is involved in that. And like, is a 30cc gas motor really worth doing electric start? Yeah, I had some .12s too, Guniac, and I had a .12 in a 12 scale car. I was using .15s in my 10 scale cars and .21s in my 8 scale cars. But like my 12 scale cars were all like on road cars, and my 10th scales and 8 scales were buggies. But the 12 scale cars I had were HPI models, and they had 3-speed transmissions in them. And I'll tell you, on that little .12, those things were rockets. Those things were the fastest car I've ever run. Easily 70-mile-an-hour cars. 70, 80 miles an hour on a little gas motor with a 3-speed 3-speed transmission with a slipper clutch to it. Those things were bad. George, I've seen most of the guys at my field that are running bigger bigger nitro planes, or bigger gas planes, I should say, they are all hand starting them. And I would think that with a 30cc motor, I should be able to do that. You know, I don't think that I need to get it up to like Captain Insano RPMs, especially if I've got good compression on the motor. And, you know, from what I've seen, the Sato motor, and this one's going to have new rings and stuff in it anyway. So, I mean, at least initially, I should have fantastic compression in theory. I would think if I've got good compression, I should be able to hand start it, no problem, you know, or maybe with a stick. So, Amy just stepped away, Dave. You just missed her. Oh, good point. A glow to gas conversion. I only had 2 GB and I'm a little disappointed in myself, man. I should have been just ripping through them, but instead I started watching the chat and talking to people cuz I'm a big sucker. So listen, guys, I'm going to do a quick rundown of all of the shows. Yeah, Dave, she's all right, man. I love my wife. She's awesome. So I'm going to do a quick rundown of all the live shows. I know that there's other great shows. There's other great channels, too. I do the shout-outs for the live shows because it's what I do. I mean, we do a live show every week. So when I do these shout-outs for the live shows, don't take offense, guys. You know, I know that like George Watts, Fred Barron, you know, there are certainly other channels out there making great content, and they're not getting, you know, the same stuff. But when I do these shout-outs, these are for the live shows. I'm not necessarily saying like, you know, these are the only RC guys you should watch. No, man, support all of the RC channels, all of them. Oh, Jeff's Custom RC, what's up? You got here just in time for me to talk good about you. So, obviously on Monday nights we've got myself, and just after this show at 10:15 Eastern, and I believe, what does that equate to, like 7:15 Pacific time? I don't know. I think so. So 7:15 Pacific time if you're out there on the left coast. We've got Gooniac 33 running his live show just after this show tonight. So be sure that we're going to run over there and check out Gooniac's show. And then on Tuesday nights, we've got Flight Club with Raven Rock, Machine and Aviation, a.k.a. Dustin, a.k.a. Skippy, and Jeff's Custom RC doing Flight Club on Tuesday nights. On Wednesday, we've got Ethan RC leading straight into our man GB Linden with Hump Day RC. On Thursday, we've got the Marathon man Kenny with Hangar 51 RC. And, you know, Kenny will talk to you. And Kenny leads right in to our Friday night entertainment, which is Dave's RC. So, sorry, I will get a kick out of that forever. Kenny's show leads right into Dave's RC on Friday nights. And I can't remember, you know, sometimes we've got a few folks that come in on Friday night. Sometimes we've got Colin Aero Air shows. Sometimes we've got Jackson RC Aviation. They do a collaboration show where sometimes they come on live before Dave's RC. Sometimes Farmer Man comes in. Sometimes, you know, we have like an after party with Dave's RC. A lot of times we do a Zoom session. using Zoom chat. So if you're familiar with Zoom communications, you can join us. So be sure to watch like the RC Pilots Lounge. If you ever see me put a Zoom link in there, it's because we're all in a big Zoom session and we're just talking with each other. And there's no holds barred because it's not being filmed live. It's not being broadcast or anything. So it's a lot of fun, to do those Zoom sessions. Feel free to jump in. There's no password or nothing. We leave it open, and we do those usually about once a week. So like I said, you see that Zoom link in the RC Pilots Lounge, and you're like, "What's this Zoom thing?" It's a big conference call, like a big video conference. You can jump in and chat with us. And usually you got like myself and Dustin and Ryan and, and the folks that do these YouTube shows. You can jump in and talk to us directly. So if you see it, get in there, man. It's fun. Yeah, and you will learn to cuss like a sailor. Just don't tell your mama that we talk like this, because it's bad. So Friday nights, Dave's RC, and sometimes a Zoom session. On Saturdays, we all know what happens on Saturdays. We've got the RC Pilots Lounge with our man pilot Ryan the King Rat, Saturday evenings. And then on Sunday, we've got everybody's pal, Fly With Your Friends, the Mary Boozer RC channel. And that leads us back to Mondays, man, which then you get me. But let's give a quick shout out to Victor Shamulus, who posts on his YouTube channel all the time. Tim Toutant is trying to build up his channel, so let's show him some love. I don't know if I see him in here tonight. We've got, who else? Fred Barron, who consistently makes contributions to all of the RC YouTubers, and also has a great channel himself. So be sure to check out Fred Barron. So, anybody else that I'm missing, I apologize. I can't catch them all, man. It ain't like Pokemon. So anyways, it is 10:05. Guniak has put the link to his channel. I am going to also put a link up in there. Guniak supports us all. And by the way, guys, if you've been a part of Guniak's, if you've been a participant in Guniak's chats and stuff, kind of leading into tonight, if you did not know it, tonight, Guniak is doing a special show, a birthday celebration. Whose birthday is it? It's Ray's birthday. And Ray is doing a giveaway tonight to give presents away for his own birthday, because the guy is just a phenomenal stand-up guy. So let's go over and join Guniak tonight for his birthday celebration. He has only a select number of people that have been entered into, to be eligible for the drawing. But, I think that that's awesome. I'm going to put a link in the chat right now for Ray. So, although I don't know if that's going to get us to where we want to be, but we'll try it out, Ray. So let's make sure that we all get over there and check out Ray's show tonight. I'm sure he's going to have another great one for us. Next week, I do want to say that next Monday, which will be June 1st, on the first Monday of every month, and next Monday just happens to be the first day of the month also. But starting with next week, the first Monday of the month, we are going to start doing the RC Air Marshal fly-ins. So next week, we are going to be doing a fly-in, and for everybody who is interested, I want you guys to, I'm going to be putting out a video sometime this week with an instruction on how to get the flying field that we're going to be at in real flight for the virtual fly-in that's going to be next Monday on the show, right? And we're going to be using the virtual Joe Nall field that was created by one of the users at RC Groups. I want everybody to be able to join us. That field is going to be available for Real Flight 7.5, Real Flight 8, and Real Flight 9. So, Jeff Custom, let's talk, dude. Let's talk. Give me a call, brother. we can talk about it, Jeff. Anyway, Dave's RC for sure. Get up in there. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate it. Yes, we're going to be doing the virtual Joe Nall field next week for the Air Marshal Monday virtual fly-in, first Monday of the month, June 1st, next week here on Air Marshal Mondays. So we're going to be flying real flight next week. But don't let that stop you from joining. I'm still going to be watching the chat. We're still going to be responding to stuff. You'll still see my ugly mug down in the corner of the screen. And we'll still be able to talk and have fun. And we're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff. And it's going to be a first where, you know, we're going to have, it's going to be at the virtual Joe Nall. So, I mean, that's cool. Even though Joe Nall would have been over by now. But, that's cool. Now, I think we can, Rhino. I think we can. All right, so it's 10:09. We're going to go ahead and cut it here, guys. Be sure to tune in to Gooniac. His birthday contest is coming up in 5 minutes. So everybody go run to the bathroom, run refresh your adult beverages, do what you got to do. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I love you all. Thank you for helping us reach 1,000. And we are going to continue making great stuff for you. Everybody, have a great night. We'll see you over in Gooniac's channel. Good night to all. And we will see you all at the virtual fly-in next week. And whatever extra stuff that you get during the week as well. Everybody have a great night. We will see you later.